All right, everybody. Welcome back to your new favorite podcast, the Mildly Dramatic Podcast. Brennan, we're at episode 3.
I can't believe we made it this far, if I'm being honest with you.
Like, people haven't told us to stop recording yet. So
see, that's what I thought after that first episode. I thought that I was going to get a lot of the, you just need to hang it up.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, I just bought this equipment, so we got to make it through at least 10 of these bad boys.
I'm like, shit, I got to break it in at least a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. All right, guys, just like always, we got another great episode for you. We're going to talk about OnlyFans.
I'm very excited for this episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but I'm very excited.
We got a $30 million question, which is really just a Facebook post, but it was pretty interesting. We got This or That is back, but we're going to start off with our week recap, work, life, and then we're going to get into our high, low, high. Then we're going to have some fun this week, so hope you guys enjoy. Grab a drink. As always, settle in with us. So, Brennan, let's get into it. How was your week?
It wasn't bad, actually. I was working from home. If you guys listened to the last episode, there was some people in my office that got the cocoa, and so we were working from home this week. I have a newfound hatred for it. I kind of forgot because I've been in the office for like 4 months now, so I kind of forgot what it was like to be working from home and not leaving the house. So besides that, it was fine. This weekend I was way too intoxicated last night. My Florida Gators won, so that was also why I got more intoxicated than I should have been. I was feeling it this morning, but I feel better now. So it was, all in all, it was a pretty good week. Really busy with school right now because I graduate in about a month, actually.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
So there's definitely going to be some stories from that graduation.
Yeah.
When I come up and we get turned up. Because we got a lot to celebrate when I come up.
We have a lot to celebrate. And that's dangerous. We don't even need something to celebrate. But when we have something to celebrate, that's when shit gets dangerous. And we got
3 somethings to celebrate at least. We got 2 podcasts to celebrate. And then a graduation.
Yep.
So I expect to not feel our toes. And I expect to be completely obliterated at some point next month.
Great things only. And hopefully I'll have a GoPro by then so we can...
Oh, God. We don't need anything recorded.
Well, not the bad parts. Not the parts that could get somebody in trouble.
Right.
Just, yeah. How was your week?
It was fantastic now that we're here. Worked a little overtime at work. Get a little extra cheese. Hung out with my daughter all weekend, which is always incredible. Tons of fun. She's developing this attitude, which is always interesting.
I wonder where she got that from.
Yeah, I don't know where that could have been. So, tons of attitude, tons of fun. She likes to wake up and just like wrestle. I don't know, like it's 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and she just wants to wrestle. So
she just beating your ass at 7:45 in the morning.
Exactly. So, as always, it's a very interesting weekend. She's amazing. So we'll have to get her on one of these episodes soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
We need to find a topic that's not too out of pocket for her to talk about.
Yeah,
we'll just put her on.
Because obviously we can't even go into Disney princesses. You completely ruined that topic for this show.
Bro, that was taken so far out of context.
Anytime you mention 15-year-old Ariel, the mermaid,
no,
it's going to be taken out of pocket.
Flag on the play. No.
Yeah.
What after we recorded the podcast, what was it? It was sometime during the week. Mm-hmm. I had a conversation with 3 people, and I said, "Is it weird to off the top of your head just think of hot princesses?" And they said no.
I just don't trust the circle that you asked.
I don't even remember what I said about it. I just said that Ariel was the second hottest next to Jasmine. I thought that was a pretty fair assumption. It's
like, bro, I can't believe we're about to do this, but we are. First of all, Tiana is way above Ariel.
Tiana's... See...
And then Mulan bags Ariel as well. So I don't understand how Ariel is even top 5.
We just had this conversation about how you are attracted to redheads, and then you're gonna knock.
Oh, have you seen
top 5?
What was the movie? The one where she's with her dad and Braveheart.
Sure.
Brave. It was Brave.
Yeah,
bro.
Brave.
Get out of here. Ariel's gone.
What is her name?
I don't remember.
Merida. Merida is her name. Yep.
Yeah. The Irish accent's kind of interesting too.
With the curly red hair.
Yeah.
And the bow. Yeah. Yep. I hear you.
The Irish accent's kind of interesting. We'll get in. I don't know.
we need to move on.
Okay.
Where are we at right now?
We're at high, low, high. So you go ahead. Okay. You get into high, low, high. We won't worry about the time because that's not important. So you go. Give me your high, low, high for the week.
I gotta collect myself after that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say one of my highs, at least. I don't know if I've used this already, but I'm gonna use it again. Just school and everything is obviously, like I said, getting really, really busy, but just a really exciting time. I had a job interview last week. I have a full-time position at the place that I'm working at right now if I want that, but I had an interview Tuesday of last week. I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and they moved my resume on and everything, so that's a good start. I had to pick 3 separate places of where
you picked, bruh. Let them know where you picked.
They have offices all up the East Coast. Basically, they're one of the biggest general contractors in the United States. And so
tell the people where you picked.
So I had to pick 3 places, and then I picked Cleveland and
not that one.
Cincinnati. And Orlando.
We got to get you to the 513. Oh my God.
And like my thing too, I was talking to my mom about this, and she's like, "Well, why did you pick Cincinnati? Was it just because the boys are down there?" And she even said the boys, and I was like, "Damn, Mom, like for the boys, let's go." But no, and I said honestly, Mom, like I love it down there. Every time that I've visited down there, I love it. I love everything about it. I haven't had a negative thing to say about it. So.
And you haven't even got into it. We've got OTR, and we've got the banks, and we've got some things to get into.
Barely scratched the surface. That's what I said too. I was like, and I'll know you guys, so I'll have like it won't be this like with our friend Mitch, like he's just basically by himself.
Right.
So like, and that's obviously tough, but yeah. But I'm really excited about that. So that's
Mitch is next. We're gonna get Mitch down here too, but once we get you down here, we'll have a strong pulling point. So.
Facts. Okay, so that was my high. My low, not to get too like deep into this because I mean we could go on for this for hours, but just everything that's going on right now, man, it's crazy. The world that we live in is crazy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just hard to compartmentalize everything that's going on.
Right.
You know, it's a crazy time, and I hope that we can come out on the other side of all of this bullshit. We can figure everything out, and we get some sense of normalcy soon. So that's not really a low. I didn't really have a low this week, but just
that's not a bad thing, though. That's not a bad thing. If you don't have a low, we don't have to create a low.
Yeah.
But this is just a way for us to like really stay positive on everything going on, because we have so much to be positive about, and we're growing towards so much. So we don't have to have a low, but we better have 2 fucking highs. I'll tell you that.
For sure, I like that. Yeah, but my other high. Wow. Honestly, really just like finally starting to see progress in. I'm obviously not an overweight person, but like I've been trying to just basically cut fat, watch what I eat a little bit more. And it was going really well before this weekend. The past 2 weeks I've been doing really good, but this weekend went a little off the rails, but that happens. So just losing, I was at 227. I'm at 226.3 when I weighed myself on Friday. So we'll see what I am tomorrow. But just honestly, like, I know that you can attest to this too, but just like being in a good spot physically and a good spot, and that'll translate to you being in a good spot mentally.
Right.
And that's so important for me. And like everyone always asks you like, oh well, why do you lift? Like, you're an engineer, like why do you need to lift? And I get that all the time from like older people, but which I kind of think's funny.
Right.
But
the ones with heart problems, high blood pressure,
yeah,
smoking cigarettes, and dipping all at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm just like, honestly, it's just an escape. And like I said before, my low, but not really my low. Like, that's such a great way to, like I said, compartmentalize everything and just go into the gym and just forget about things for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just throw some weight around. So down to 226. I'm probably at 228 now that I was a fat ass this weekend, but
may or may not have gotten drunk.
Yeah, I yesterday, I don't even know. I was tripping, bro. I knew I was going to go out, but I didn't think that was going to be like stupid. And so I was watching football all day. We were talking like all day.
Right.
And just sitting, watching football, chilling. And it was like 4:00 and the Gators game started at 3:30. So I was like, I'd already taken a shower in the morning, but I was like, my hair is kind of a mess because I had a hat on all day. So I was like, oh, I'll just pop in the shower real fast. So pop in the shower. I'm like, oh, I'll drink a beer. And then that beer turned into... Do you hear that echo?
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's just my... Okay, we're good now. So that beer turned into the whole entire 24-pack of beer being gone.
Well.
And from 4 to 8. So that was interesting, and my hangover was raunchy this morning.
Yeah, but we'll worry about that when we care, so...
Yeah, exactly.
We're 23. We don't really care about a hangover. That's just that's
not
just Sunday.
Yeah, that was literally what my low was. That's funny that you say that. That was literally what my low was gonna be. But I'm like, I can't say the same shit every week. That's my low. I'm hungover every Sunday. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's just Sunday.
It's just what I have to understand is, hey, you're going to be hungover on Sunday. And I've learned to power through that, and I got a lot of homework done today, so that was positive.
That's always great.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so as far as my high goes, I had a daddy-daughter date. We went and got ice cream after nap time, which people think, like, for adults or for people with children that nap time is, like, for the kids. But, like, I took a fat nap while Veda was sleeping. Like, I was knocked the fuck out. So we got up from our nap, and it was just fun, being with her, chilling, and we just had ice cream. I had a shake, but we had ice cream, and we were just chilling at Grater's in the city that you will soon know and love, in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, we just had ice cream, and she was just like having fun and just talking about her superpowers and how they weren't working. So I told her that the only way to get her superpowers to work was to eat more ice cream. So we're just sitting there and we're just chilling, and it was great. So I would say that's definitely one of my highs for this week. A low. A low, I guess, would be when she went home with her mom. I don't know. We'll have to go with that as one of our lows.
But honestly, though, like that's obviously tough for you, like not being able to see her all the time. So that is a
for
low.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. We'll go with that. We won't get too deep into the emotions that come along with that, but we'll leave that as the low. And then the other high, because we always got to pick ourselves right back up. We don't stay on lows too long. The other high would be just the whole weekend itself. Being off every other weekend is really nice, especially with a job that, like, when you work in the jail, because it's so, like, it's not really, like, people always ask, are you scared when you're in the jail? It's not like fear. It's just being on, like, high alert all the time because of everything that's going on. So you're just always, like, on 12 as far as, like, anxiety. Not necessarily even anxiety, just, like, your attention is always up.
Yep, I know exactly.
You're always like focused on what you're doing, so it's like to like come down off that for 3 straight days is fantastic. So every other weekend, like, it's much needed, especially if you're working overtime and stuff like that. So
yeah, and you said that you picked up some overtime shit this week,
yeah,
right?
you got to chase your cheese.
Always
Get your what Marshawn let's say? Get your bones, your chickens, and your mentals.
Your mentals, yeah.
Yeah, make sure all of those are in line. So yeah, that was a huge thing. I guess this is what I was gonna say. My low was as far as like lifting and just like being active. I took pretty much the whole week off except Monday. My body was just tired, so just physically, I think I needed some time away from.
Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes you need that break. Honestly, like if you're with anything, not even just like physically, but mentally or anything. Yeah. It's always nice to have a break.
Yeah, 100%. And I think and it's hard. Like if it's someone that's like in a routine of lifting 5 to 6 times a week, you're like, am I being lazy? Am I being like over dramatic when I take like 4 or 5 days off? But like you look at it and your body just like,
yeah. Well, like that's what I look forward to. I mean, that's not the only thing that I look forward to, but that's something that I look forward to every day that I have in my head, you know?
Right, 100%. Couldn't agree more about that. All right. High, low, high is done. Week recap. Weekend recap. So now it's time to get into it. Our major topic.
This is a great topic.
Yeah. Our major topic for the week, which will 100% be fun, 100% hurt some feelings, but 100% be, I don't know, maybe informational?
Yeah, informative.
Yeah, informative. Yeah, that's the word. We'll worry about grammar later, but
we're not a grammar podcast.
Yeah, that's not what we're here for.
No, not at all.
Mr. Brennan, could you date a girl? I guess like stripper would go into this as well, but stripper, porn star, any of that. Could you date a girl with an OnlyFans? Which is huge right now. It's making a lot of women a lot of money, making me wish I had an OnlyFans. But could you date a girl with OnlyFans?
I wish I was that good looking so that I could have an OnlyFans. So
I could just for sure.
Pose for pictures all day and make money. Yeah, but this is going to be a little bit of a discussion here.
For sure.
So, I guess there's 2 separate routes that I look at this as. So, what first popped in my head was no, absolutely not. But then, as I'm thinking about it more and using my brain slightly, just the little bits and pieces that are left.
Right.
I think the culture. It might not even be our generation a little bit, but the generation below us. Mm-hmm. Like when
younger than us?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Us and younger generation. When I looked back on my Instagram posts.
Okay.
When I was in high school or when I was like I think I got an Instagram in like 8th grade or freshman year of high school.
Yeah, that's when I got mine was freshman year.
Yeah, and I think it was freshman year. I looked back, and I'm like, this was like what Instagram used to be. Like, you would just post pictures of like what you were doing or like stupid shit with your friends. All your friends got together, you took the picture, and you posted it on Instagram with 95 different hashtags. But now it seems like you open the Instagram app, and it's instant ass. Like, it doesn't even matter how old the girl is, too. That's the thing, like, I don't understand. It's not like a bad thing. I mean, I don't mind looking at ass. Shit. I don't mind looking at ass.
Right.
But like I could never see that happening with girls that are in high school like doing that. Posting shit like that on their Instagram accounts. And like now there's like the whole Finsta,
right?
Which how does that make it any better? I don't understand why, like in girls' heads, what makes that better? Like, I'm only posting my ass for 50 people instead of like 1,000. Is that what it is?
I think the thing is who the 50 people are, Because like your regular Instagram is like your parents might be on that, or like your boyfriend's parents, or or even just your friend's parents might be on that. So you have like a small, close knit group.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to specifically talk to a woman about like why there's so much ass on your Finsta and not your Rinsta, I guess it's called.
But still, there's still ass on the Rinsta though.
And not to mistake it, like every girl's Finsta isn't just straight cheeks.
Yeah, but a lot of it is.
Yeah.
So where I was going with that was, I think that the culture has shifted to be more accepting towards that. More accepting towards the OnlyFans, the Instagram models, whatever, just ass all the time.
Okay.
And I think that to get to the answer of the question, I would have two options. Now, the first option would be a yes, I would date, marry, whatever, a girl that has an OnlyFans. I would if she was making money from it.
That was going to be my next question, was like, does her success on OnlyFans matter?
She has to be balling out on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, you can't be making $5.99 a month off one subscriber.
Cheese. Yes. Like we're eating, yes. Like I'm getting the fucking appetizer at the restaurant because you're posting your cheeks on OnlyFans.
Okay.
Yes, 100, and the dessert, bring beer, everything. That's on you because your ass is everywhere, and everybody in this restaurant has seen your ass,
right?
Fucking booty cheeks. So I get my motherfucking appetizer and my lava cake and a fucking blue moon,
right?
Because everyone in this fucking place has seen your booty cheeks everywhere.
Sounds fair.
I feel like that's reasonable.
It's hard to argue.
Sorry. So yes, that would be the route. Yes. But she would only be allowed to post like bikini pictures, not nudes.
Okay, who's making that kind of money off bikini pictures?
I don't know, bro.
You're just asking her to be on Instagram now.
But
we need OnlyFans.
Guys are creepy though, bro.
OnlyFans
I don't know I don't know if OnlyFans is porn?
OnlyFans is yes.
So there's fucking on. Is it fucking or is it pictures?
There's some.
I'm so confused,
I feel like some of them have that.
Because I thought, well, like you see, like or TikTok, like basically supermodels, and they have OnlyFans. Like I literally
they're naked.
On this chick. I clicked on this chick on not Instagram, on TikTok, because she's extremely attractive, and I was like, okay, and it said like her caption was like, click the link in my bio to see from my photo shoot, and I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? So I clicked on, she has like 6 million followers, I won't name who it was, but so I clicked on her profile, and
you might need a name.
Wink. It was it was her OnlyFans account, and I'm like, okay, so you're supposed to be like this
OnlyFans is nudes.
Celebrity. Okay, so it's just nudes.
OnlyFans is nudes. Okay. There might be like I know that there's a video section.
Okay, that kind of changes.
I know there's a video section, so you can post videos, but
yeah, what I will say is yes, if she's only like posting bikini pictures.
No,
like
so your answer is no.
Well, you're not letting me finish, but I would say yes to that if she was like covering, like, you know what I mean, being like halfway's decent, but
there's no decent nude.
I guess, but and then no if she was, I will say yes if she was posting anything but like her jacking off, her touching herself, whatever, that situation.
So if it's just pictures,
or like a girl, I think so. If she was banging, bro, I don't really think I'd give a fuck in the long run. I'm not even gonna cap. But yeah, if she was posting like her fingering herself or like that type of stuff, then that wouldn't be all right. But if it was like just pictures, it would make me insecure as fuck. I can't even front about that. But it's just, I feel like it's so much more accepting now. Like obviously not with our parents' generation and that.
Oh, for sure.
Like, oh, you have a fucking OnlyFans. This girl's a hoe.
Right.
But, like to us, like if I knew that. Okay, say that this random girl was like, oh, okay, I have an OnlyFans. Like, I that my first notion would be, yeah, she's probably a hoe, but it wouldn't just be like, oh, okay, I could never talk to this girl.
Okay. So
does that make sense?
It does make sense. But here's my thought process. And I think you started going in the direction that I was thinking, and then you shifted once you found out it was like full nudity.
Bro, yeah, because I
sex.
thought that it was like just pictures. Like you go to a photo shoot and like you're obviously it's like your ass is out, but I didn't know that it was like full ass.
Nips,
like, yeah,
ass,
I didn't know
all
that
of
was
it.
a thing. Okay.
So you're on the fence.
Yeah,
right?
I would say yes. No, I would say yes. I could
if there's
she
no
wasn't
videos.
Posting videos. Yes.
Yes.
That's final answer.
To pictures, no to videos.
I talked myself into it. Yes. And she has to be banging, and she has to be making money from it. If she's not making any cheese, then I'm deleting the account. But if she's making cheese, I can't be mad.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Now I have two aspects of this, two angles that I have to look at this. How much money is she making?
That's very, very big.
Because listen, ladies, let me just run it down for you real quick. Netflix is $9.99. Hulu is $9.99. This is without student accounts, of course. Hulu is $9.99. Amazon Prime is $13.99. You charging $9.99 at least for your coochie. What makes you think that what you got going on? Now, I'm not saying it's not. Whatever you got going on is not. But what makes you think what you got going on is better than Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon that you're going to charge $9.99 or more?
I can't fall asleep to your ass. I can fall asleep to Hulu.
You see what I'm saying? Like if I'm subscribing to Netflix, it's going to be every night.
Yeah.
If I'm subscribing to Hulu, it's going to be every night. So when I'm comparing the two, you better be bringing the heat, because Pornhub is $9.90 isn't even $1. Pornhub's 99¢.
Now Pornhub is free $00.
Well, if you want you know what I'm saying. If you want to,
Okay.
if you want to take yourself to the next level.
Okay. The advanced options.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
99¢. So now you talking about just for you is $9.99, $13.99, $15, $19.99.
That's how much it is? Is that a month? I'm not.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't know
monthly
anything
rates
about
to
this.
what it is.
So okay. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you're gonna explain this to me better.
I'll explain why I know all of this in a second.
Okay. So you pay. It's like a Netflix.
It's a subscription.
So
It's a subscription.
So you pay that every month.
Every month.
Oh, so she better be making.
So
some
she's
cheese, bro.
right.
She better be making cheese.
Right.
Oh,
and
okay.
you can do like individual stuff and stuff like that. But here's my thing. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
as far as like single man just being me, yeah. As long as you're not like having sex with other people on your OnlyFans, do whatever you do, boo. Get your cheese. But me with a daughter, I can only have people around that will be positive influences into what I want her to be. And that's not that's not the direction. Not saying that girls that have OnlyFans, because I know there's going to be some to it. Not saying that those girls are bad mothers if they do have an OnlyFans, or they're bad people if they have an OnlyFans. Just me personally, that's not the direction I want my daughter to go in. I feel like that should be okay. I feel like that should be an okay statement to make.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's perfectly okay.
Okay, so with that being said, if I'm a single man, no children, just living, and my girlfriend has an OnlyFans, we're talking about a completely different situation, especially if she's making bank, and especially if it's just her on that OnlyFans making cheese.
What if she was like posting videos of her masturbating?
It is what like that. Yeah, that wouldn't bother me, because that's just the same thing as that's the same thing as her being naked on there.
No, that's like another step. I don't know.
That's fine with me, because it is what it is.
If she's making cheese, she's making cheese.
She's making cheese. You want me to tell a woman to stop making cheese off creepy dudes that aren't even touching her. They're just paying to see her do things. Bro, get your cheese, girl.
I was gonna say no, like definitively before we even started this, and then I talked myself into yes, and then now you're talking me more into yes.
Yeah, I mean, girl, I'm not. Look, bro, I hate waking up and going to work. Not that I hate my job, not that I hate anything like that, but I would much rather be doing what I want in my free time than going to work every day. You want me to tell somebody to stop doing something that's easy money every day? Girl, if you don't get your cheese and stop playing around.
So, I have so many questions. So, how good looking do you have to be be successful on OnlyFans?
I see, so, like, as far as, like, Snapchat and TikTok, I see girls all the time, like, I haven't checked the validity of their statements, but they're talking about, like, top 10% in OnlyFans. And some of them are just like, how did you get in OnlyFans?
Wow. And they're top 10%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like,
we're doing something wrong.
Okay, so here's why I know the, like, ins and out of, like, the pricing of OnlyFans and stuff.
That was my next question.
Me being who I am, I was like, why can't I make a business out of other women's OnlyFans? Outside of me having a girlfriend and her saying you're a fucking idiot.
So you could be an OnlyFans
that's what
pimp.
That's what Malik said. Malik said, bro, you're talking about pimping and prostitution. But I'm like, if it's on OnlyFans, isn't it legal? Not that I'm trying to be a pimp necessarily, but what I would want to do is take a catalog of women and put it on one OnlyFans account where
so
you pay $99
like
a month. Yeah, I just manage the OnlyFans account and then disperse the money evenly between each woman. Each woman.
That's an interesting proposition.
Yeah. So, like, me being who I am, I looked into, like, how possible that kind of business idea would be. And
the business model of OnlyFans.
Let me tell you, it's very possible for a single man to do.
Okay.
Because my girlfriend would not be okay with my millions I could be making right now in that direction. But, you know. Like, what is the difference between what Hugh Hefner did with Playboy in a magazine than what I would be doing on OnlyFans with? You know what I mean?
See, but Playboy, they weren't.
They were nude?
They were nude, but there wasn't, like.
That's fine. There wasn't videos, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
That's fine. You could 100% make money off of Playboy Playboy proved it. You don't need videos to make money.
Yeah.
And people subscribe to get the monthly catalog of Playboy magazine every month.
Okay.
What's the difference between Hugh Hefner doing that and
gonna,
becoming a millionaire and what I would be doing on OnlyFans?
So are you going to keep the pictures on OnlyFans, or are you going to have your own separate site for the pictures? It's going to all stream through OnlyFans.
I mean, as far as just the beginning of that business idea would just be on OnlyFans, just because it would be easy to post and do it that way. But I'm saying, as far as what is the difference between that and what Hugh Hefner did with Playboy magazine? I don't see a difference. So how is that me being a pimp or a prostitution?
Besides the videos. I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what is the difference?
So would you charge? How would you do that?
I mean, you could do it so easily.
Like a manager?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't charge them anything because they would give me the content and I would give them the money because I'm going to make money either way.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I charge $10 a month. Bro, come on now.
Yeah. It's a hell of a business model.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel you now.
Before we get canceled as far as going into prostitution and
can I say one more
Hugh
thing
Hefner?
about this?
Of course.
Really
of
fast.
course.
Don't take this the wrong way, women. Because if you have an OnlyFans and you got a banging body,
right,
and you're making your cheese, do your thing.
Get your
That's
cheese.
All I gotta say. Get your cheese. That's it.
That's all? That was the
yeah.
That was the last comment.
I need to end everything that I say with please don't take this the wrong way because I sound like a douchebag everything that comes out of my mouth. Right. So I had to end that segment just to get your cheese.
Just to make sure that they're getting their money.
Yeah.
Get your money, girl. because that was the question. Like, what's stopping girls from what would stop girls from making their own page instead of using you? And I'm like, that's the beauty of it. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Is because once girls move on from me, another girl will step in their place.
Because you already have that clout.
I already have the Playboy magazine. Mm-hmm. So you can go off and you can be...
The come-up's easier when you have somebody to come up.
Exactly. You can go off and be Carmen Electra. You can go off and be Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
But people are still going to funnel themselves through me first.
Why are we doing a podcast right now and not the next Hugh Hefner's?
I told you, because I have a girlfriend. That is why. Okay. Just know that business idea is like I love someone's going to hear this and be like, that guy's a genius. I'm starting right now. I'm going to give him 0 credit. And boom. If somebody hasn't already done it, because I haven't like gone through OnlyFans accounts and make sure like nobody else has done it. But, you know.
Yeah. I feel like there's probably like OnlyFans, something in there, like, I guess, what do you call it? Like the actual like fine print.
Terms and conditions.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably something that I don't even know if you could do that.
I mean, what would stop you? As long as they're consenting parties.
Yeah.
There's nothing that could stop you from doing that.
Because then that kind of just creates a monopoly, more or less. And I don't know if OnlyFans would want.
Not necessarily, because they're going to go off, once they're big enough, they're going to go off and make their own page anyway. And OnlyFans is still getting the money off of whatever comes through the account anyway.
I guess if they're still getting the money, they won't.
Yeah, they wouldn't give a shit, because the bigger we get, the more money they get.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, don't let me get too excited about this before we... But yeah, so ultimately, yes, if I'm a single man and I'm just living, I could date a woman with an OnlyFans. Brennan says yes as well, as long as she's not posting videos. Mm-hmm. I say as long as she's not posting videos with anyone else.
See, but if you're dating, then she shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Bro, that's her money. That's her money. It is what it is. Porn stars are married.
You're wild.
And I'm like, if I'm a single man and I'm like 0 children just growing, like, no, that's too easy. The money is too easy.
I hear you. But why would you pay for a subscription?
I wouldn't.
My biggest question is, why would you pay for a subscription to OnlyFans? What?
I could not tell you. I can't tell you why people do it. I can only capitalize off them doing it. I do not understand why any man would pay for any subscription of any OnlyFans when there's so much free out there.
Yeah.
I could not explain it to you. I just know, whatever. Get your cheese, girl.
Get your cheese.
Can we get that on the t-shirt? Get your cheese.
Girl.
Yeah, get your cheese, girl.
I like it.
On the t-shirt.
Yeah. We need merch. We need merch.
We need merch ASAP.
That's gonna be one of the first designs, is that.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, so with that being said, get your cheese, girl. But so like I mentioned earlier, the $30 million question. I don't know if you saw this on my Facebook, but I 100% shared it because I thought it was hilarious. So, you just won the lottery, $30 million. Or whatever number you want. It doesn't matter. Your mother's eye surgery to save one of her eyes is $29 million. So $1 million you would have $1 million left on whatever number you decide. So we're gonna stick with $30 million here. You just won $30 million. The eye procedure to save your mom's eye is $29. What do you do?
Wow. This is a serious. We were just kind of on an OnlyFans topic. This is a serious question here.
This is about as serious as you'll get with this podcast.
Yeah, Besides, maybe our last this or that question might be a little bit more serious than this, but
right,
they're close. No, I would ask her. I would ask her if that's what she would want me to do, because I know, obviously, you have 2 eyes, so if you lose one, you lose one.
but like you can still see.
Yeah. But I would ask her, and if she said that she wanted it done, then I would definitely do it, because I know that.
So it's easy. It's an easy decision.
Yeah, and if it was 30 million, if I got 30 million and her eye surgery was 30 million, we driving straight to the prosthetic eye place, because no. But
you can't take all the. So what is the number that would be like? All right, Mom, that's enough.
I think that. I think.
What if 29,900,000? So you're left with $100,000.
Yeah, that's too close.
She's getting a prosthetic with $100,000.
Yeah, and I feel like my mom, if it was reversed, and it would be my eye.
Oh, Rob Lindsay's gonna love this.
I would tell. No, he would stab my other eye just so I was blind in both the motherfuckers. But I think I would tell her. I'd be like, hey, keep your cheese. We're going to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have one eye.
Okay,
that would be my situation. But yeah, I would say definitely yes. If she wanted me to, yes.
I straight posted it on Facebook, and I said, Mom, are you cool with one eye or what's up? She said, I'm good. I told her, bet. This is exactly what I posted on Facebook. I said, bet. I'm going to go find you the most beautiful marble eyeball money can buy to go under your diamond eye patch. And we're going to go party with $29.5 million. And I'm like, this question was hilarious. Just to see some of the replies people got, like, how many people straight up dogged their mom out. Like, listen, Mom, fuck you. I'm not even asking. It just is what it is. That shit was hilarious. Just seeing like how many people didn't care.
And Facebook is just out of pocket in general. Oh yeah. So I'm sure
people are like, Twitter's insane. Twitter shouldn't be free.
I don't have a Facebook,
bro,
so
Facebook
stay away
is next level. You see people from all age ranges that just don't care anymore. It's amazing.
It's either that. It's either the not caring part, or it's like 60-year-old racist white men screaming about random things.
Bro, I'm telling you, you will see
one or the other.
Every single thing you ever desire to see on Facebook. It's amazing.
That's why I don't have a Facebook.
You 100% should change that.
I think I'm good.
I think it's a great. I think it's a great promoting platform for as far as our podcast goes. It's done decently well on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was just a fun question just to
that was good. I would ask her, and if she I think that she would probably tell me to keep my cheese, so then we would be partying hard in the Bahamas or Dubai or somewhere.
I would 100% love to hear what the people listening to this podcast say about their mom's eye, and if they would even
see. But if it was her leg, like, I feel like the eye it's obviously your eye, but your anything else, man, like, you have the other fucking eye, bro, and you could get a prosthetic eye, and you're gonna look fine.
But that goes the same for anything else. Prosthetic leg, prosthetic hand.
It's a lot easier to live with the prosthetic eye than it is the prosthetic leg.
Possibly. I don't have either, so I can't necessarily.
Neither do I, but that was my speculation.
Okay, that's fair. I feel like that's a fair speculation to go into.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I like the question. That was a good one.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, with that being said, our favorite, one of my favorite segments of the podcast so far is This or That.
It's your favorite because you like to get out of pocket, and this always turns out of pocket.
Well, top 5 got out of pocket last week thanks to you and your Disney princess. Oh my! Your Disney princesses got a tad out of pocket last week.
I didn't mean it like that.
It's hard for you not to be taken like that.
I'm aware.
Okay. Anyway, This or That, my favorite, probably your favorite.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's got to be an interesting subject every time. And we're going to start very out of pocket. We're just going to dive right into out of pocket. Looking at the 5 questions we have for This or That. Well, 4 This or That's and kind of a 5, like number 5 is just an interesting.
Yeah.
question. It's not really a this or that, but
Yeah,
it's
it
definitely kind of dope. All right, let's get right into it. So, number 1, this or that. Would you rather use ice cubes or whipped cream during sex? All right. That's the question.
Repeat that one more time.
Ice cubes or whipped cream during sex. And we're going to go 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Ice
Whipped
cubes.
cream.
Bro,
I'm not an ice cube guy.
let
I
me
don't
tell
like
you
ice.
something right now. If you have not taken ice cubes to any sensitive part of a woman's body, you're going to say whipped cream. Because you have no clue what ice cubes can do.
Well, I mean, I'm not like, oh, time out. Let me go grab my prop
Bro,
and then
you
bring in a
bring
fucking
those
ice cube.
bitches with you.
In my pocket?
Not your first time having sex with her, but your second time, and you can do it so smooth. You can get a cup of ice. Can I have some ice water? No girl is going to say no to you getting some ice water. You guys go to the room. You have a cup of ice water. Bro, mid-sex, you take that ice cube. You put that bad boy in your mouth. Let me tell you. Don't go downstairs with the ice cube. Like, that's not a great idea. But, I'm telling you, round the nipples, the neck, all of that with the ice cube, bro.
I'm gonna just say
Whipped cream does not have a chance of competing.
I'm gonna text a girl. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna spice shit up tonight. This is gonna get crazy.
Tell her.
And going after it, and I'm like, babe, time the fuck out. This is gonna be over the top. She's like, okay. She's laying there. I'm like, we'll be back in a second. I walk out to my freezer. I open the freezer. I grab an ice cube, and I come back with an ice cube in my hand. And she doesn't laugh at me and just put her pants back on.
Bro,
then
I am telling you right now, if you get that ice cube and you go to work with it, do not go downstairs with the ice cube because that is a very sensitive area. And if you freeze out her very sensitive area, she's going to be very uncomfortable. But I'm telling you right now, if you go nipple, if you go neck, if you go down the middle of her stomach with ice cube, it's game over. You're doing something that nobody else has even come close to even thinking about.
Yeah, that's a ballsy move. I will say that.
That's what I'm saying. You don't do it the first time. You don't do it the drunk time.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I would ever use either of these. But
I'm telling you right now.
Probably whipped cream.
I'm telling you right now, without a doubt, and one of the most confident things I can ever say, go grab an ice cube. There's no question about it. Go grab an ice cube. If you're listening to this right now on your way to work, when you get home tonight, go grab an ice cube, grab your woman, and you go to work with that ice cube. Like I said, don't go downstairs with the ice cube. Keep it on the nipples, especially the nipples. On the neck, changing temperatures is a plus. And that's no cap. That's no cap.
I'm just going to say okay. Because I don't
until
have
you try it.
else to say.
You find you a woman to try this ice cubes with, and then you come back with the appropriate.
I am going to put that in my dating website bios. It's going to say, would you like to try ice cubes?
Ooh, there's no way a girl isn't swiping right. There's not a chance in hell a girl goes, I want to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
They're going to think you're like Kristoff from Frozen. We gotta stop using Disney characters. Yeah. That was your fault.
How was that my fault?
I'm going to blame you. Either way.
Okay, that's fine.
Like I said, bring the ice cubes. All right. Well, next question seems it's a little less out of pocket, but we can still get like this. Nope. This one's fine. The rest of them are fine.
I could be disrespectful with this one, but I'm gonna try and stay.
I kind of hope you do get a little disrespectful with this one.
Okay.
All right. Number 2. Perfect teeth or perfect hair? 3, 2, 1. Perfect teeth.
Perfect teeth.
Yeah. I don't think that one's really much of a question.
Yeah.
You can do so much with your hair. Like a messy bun is sexy.
So you were like delayed in my headphone there, and that's why I sounded like I had.
That's fine.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? But perfect teeth, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, messy buns, bro. They will rip your heart out.
I will say though, too, is like, I know it's obviously hard to manage, like to maintain a girl's hair because it's so long, obviously. But like, just fucking wash your hair, bro. It ain't that hard. Just fucking wash your hair. And the worst part about like teeth are one of probably like eyes and teeth. I mean, besides ass, are the first thing that I look at on a girl.
Besides ass.
Ass is usually
besides your assets.
Yes, and if I said, "Oh, your eyes or your teeth," then everybody who listens to the podcast would text me and say, "Dude, that's cap." So I can't be the guy that caps on the podcast.
But like, I 100% see eyes first. 100%. It's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If she's, eyes, teeth, and ass.
In that order or no?
Nah, I'm mixed up. It just depends. Like if you got an ass, then I'm looking at the ass first. But if you got if you got an average ass, then I'm probably looking at the eyes first.
So it just depends.
Bro, we started this one off with it's not gonna get out of pocket, and
I really didn't think it would,
bro.
I didn't think it would, but
no, just brush your teeth, bro. It ain't that fucking hard.
Yeah. So the consensus is teeth on that one.
It's teeth for sure. If you have, I will say like good. I look at these questions like good and good, and then bad and bad. A bad hair is like okay, like you said, like messy buns are really hot.
Musty buns.
Musty
buns. Don't have musty buns.
No musty buns.
Yeah.
No, but bad hair is a lot better than bad teeth. If you have bad teeth, then that's just not good.
I agree. All right, so
that was pretty easy. T-shirt. We also need a T-shirt that says, if it's a ranking, it says 1 eyes, 2 teeth, 3 ass.
In every particular order.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man.
All righty. Number 3. Since we're already here, gotta love it. This one's easy for me just based off experience, but it could be a tough one in general.
Retweet.
All right. This one is, and we're gonna use this one in terms of like the opposite sex or someone you're interested in.
Yes.
All right. So someone that's incredibly charming, or someone that's incredibly genuine. 3, 2.
Wait, one more time.
Incredibly charming or incredibly genuine.
Got it. Okay.
So like when I say genuine, that means they're brutally honest as well, and that's something a lot of people can't handle.
Yep.
So 3, 2, 1. Genuine. Okay.
That seems fair. That's the one on the list, I think.
It's
based on, like you said, that was the way that you said that was perfect. Based on prior experiences, if you have had someone who is very, very charming, but is completely disingenuous.
Not even completely disingenuous, but they're more charming than you.
Yeah.
Because that's what's gotten me in the past, is someone that's more charming than me.
I hear you.
Where you're just like, you just fall for them quickly.
And I think genuine is attractive. That's one of the things. Like, if you can be brutally honest with me, I find that attractive. Yeah. So that was an easy one for me.
I just don't think a lot of people can handle brutal honesty.
Yep. I like my friends, obviously not you, but like looking at some of my friends, especially like my friends that are girls, their relationships, they hate when guys are brutally honest.
Right.
Like that's just, they hate that.
So do you think that's more of a, I don't know. I know some guys that can't handle brutal honesty though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so do I.
So I can't even say like maybe it's a guy-girl thing, because I know some guys that just can't handle brutal honesty.
I think that it definitely sways if you're a guy or a girl though. I feel like you have more of a tendency to like to be charmed if you're a girl than you would if you're a guy.
I don't know, because I won't even say a younger me 3 years ago or so, if you could charm me, you could play me.
Yeah.
You could 100% play me.
It would depend on how serious I was with the girl, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but as far as me today, genuine is huge.
Genuine.
Yeah. So, well, we both pretty much agree on genuine. That's pretty consensus. All right. So this one We're going to use this one, long road trip. We're going to say 10 hours.
Okay.
10 hours. Would you rather this or that be the passenger or the driver for a 10-hour road trip? And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Passenger. Oh, yes. See, yep. Okay, so this one's huge as far as my relationship goes because my girlfriend gets car sick if she's the passenger.
But she doesn't if she is driving?
Like, at all. If she's driving, crazy. She's fine. So any kind of trip that we take, she's always driving. Even if we're in my car, she's driving because she gets car sick. And let me tell you, I sleep like a fucking baby in a car. So I 100%, even if it's any trip over an hour, I'd rather be the passenger than the driver.
So I'm going to give you my brutally honest answer and then get kind of deep for a second. So my brutally honest answer is passenger because I just despise driving. I hate driving.
I hate driving. I agree.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I was so excited when I was 16. I'm like, oh, I can finally drive. And I like.
And it lasted for a week.
Yep. A month max.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, God. And that's when I just literally, I would drive to school. I would drive from home to school. And then, this was junior year. Junior year. And so at that point, I was just in high school. Mm-hmm. Like, I was just taking classes at our high school. And then my senior year, I did post-secondary, which is like college in high school. So I had to drive like maybe like 15 minutes like down the road to the college. But so that's literally all I would drive was I would go from my house, which is literally right next to the school, like probably like 8 blocks max. I would drive from my house to school and then to practice and then from practice home. That's it. That's all I would drive. And I hated it. And now actually having to drive to work, driving like back to my parents' house, driving anywhere, it drives me crazy.
Right.
But the little deep part of this that I kind of just thought of as you were talking was, like as a passenger, I love, I don't know how to exactly put it, but I love like just like seeing like the landscape, just like staring off into outer space. And obviously you can't do that when you're driving.
Right.
And so like,
or you'll be in outer space.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on which deity you believe in, you could very well be in outer space.
Yep. So yeah, I like to just look around, and I think that's soothing and calming.
Yeah, I get that. As far as like, so I know some people that would much rather be the driver.
Yep.
Just because they don't feel safe if they're not controlling the car.
No suicide shit, but if that's how I go out, that's how I go out.
Well,
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I hope it's not a car accident. That takes a little too long and it's a little too painful.
Yeah, shit happens, man.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong about that. But I know like Malik has a stick. He drives a stick, and he's always had a stick as long as he's had his own car. So when we came back from Jacksonville to live in Cincinnati, he drove the whole 12 hours, and we left at night. We left at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. So, like...
That's a long drive.
Yeah. He added to it, might I say, because this asshole wanted to stop in South Carolina for a fucking McDonald's coffee, as if McDonald's coffee is the best thing on the planet. I get you're tired, but you took us 45 minutes off route to get a fucking McDonald's coffee. We drove to 3 different McDonald's on that way home just because he couldn't find one that was open. And it's hard to complain when I sat in the passenger seat this entire time, but let me tell you, you added 45 minutes to the drive, so I'll never forget that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we drove, no, you didn't drive. You rode.
No, I didn't go.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit.
I wasn't in Panama.
Did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, when I drove to Panama, dude, that was a long drive. I thought it was like 23 hours, but that's because we had really bad traffic in Alabama. But it took us like 6 hours to drive through Alabama. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that drive was the worst. And yeah, oh God. I told myself I would never do that again, and hopefully the funds are up from now on, so I don't have to do that.
So we can just fly.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that stupid shit, bro. And then I had to have Mitch drive like halfway through because I'm like, dude, I can't do this shit no more.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And this is the one that we were both really excited to get into.
Yeah.
Because this one's kind of interesting.
I love this actually. This is I have my answer. I didn't have my answer when we were talking about this before we started, but now I have it, and that's yep.
All right. Here's the question. And if anybody has listened this far into the podcast and you reply on any social media platform to anything we've talked about throughout this podcast for week 3, for episode 3, respond to this question right here because this is huge. This is fucking great.
Yep. And this isn't going to be like a 3, 2, 1 where we both say the answer because it's not.
Oh no, this is a conversation.
Question.
Yeah.
So do you want to here?
You can go first. You go first.
The question, and I'll.
The question, the $1 million question. What did you learn a little too late?
One more time.
What did you learn a little too late? Brennan, go ahead and let us know what you learned a little too late. This is great.
All right, strap it in, boys and girls, because I'm about to learn you a little something here real fast. Okay. So, this is gonna get a little deep. And
that's okay.
I usually don't get too bad in the feels, but we're gonna do it for a second. So, how do I even want to start this? So I really, in high school, I was always told that I was too skinny, and when I grew, I was too skinny. I actually was like sick skinny, because my metabolism was very, 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 very crazy. My hormones were very imbalanced. I couldn't gain weight, and everyone told me that I was too skinny, that I was too tall, that all of the above. And you think that that's just kind of like just an observation thing, but it's really, and I'm sure that girls go through this too, probably even more than guys.
Yeah, for sure, girls more than guys.
Yeah, but it just like it gets to a point where it's not even like a shrug off anymore. It just kind of like it just kind of nicks away and nicks away and nicks away, and then after a few months, years of dealing with that, it starts to affect you mentally, and it starts to just kind of wear away at you, and you think that you're not good enough, or you think that you're not like, obviously nobody's perfect, but you're just feel inferior to other people. And so like I was very, very self-conscious about that, and I never like really knew what self-love was. I never really knew, obviously I knew like love other people, but I never really loved myself. And like that sounds weird, but it's a real thing. And like everyone constantly telling you, that you're not good enough, or like my family was there like the whole time. So that's really what like got me through all of that. But I never really like actually could say like, yeah, I love myself
right
to that point.
Right.
And then going into college, I still struggled with it. It got a little bit better because I was really like just around my friends all the time, so that helped. But and then everything that happened with my ex-girlfriend, that just like kind of put me, the whole 1 step forward, 2 steps back thing, like that just like that killed me. Mm-hmm. In that aspect. So the moral of the story, not to drag everybody down in the dumps right now, but the moral of the story is what I learned too late was learning to love myself, and learning that it is okay to put yourself first sometimes, and that what really helped me to do that was I came to a point in my life where I knew that I wanted to find a hobby, and I wanted to work on myself, and I wanted to be better. And the hardest part about, so like, obviously you know that you want to be better and that you want to do better.
Right.
But it's just like us with this podcast. Like we've wanted to do this forever, but it's just taking the first steps to do it. And then once you actually do it, and it's like, damn, this is fucking fun as fuck. We just sit here and bullshit for an hour, and people actually listen to it, and that's what's awesome.
Right.
And it's just like, it's like that with you. You know, you have to take a step back, and you have to say, how can I be better? How can I do better? How can I love myself? And that's when I started to watch what I eat. I started to be better mentally. I started to do better in school. Because a lot of people don't know this, but like I was doing very, very badly in school after everything with my ex happened. I'm not like blaming her for all of this shit, because it was obviously, but yeah, and that was just a bad time in my life. So I had to shift my focus into myself, and that just by, you know, working out, being consistent, being consistent with my school and my studies, being consistent with my job. Being ambitious to learn, and just all around building on my physical, my mental, and my emotional capabilities, and just learning to love myself more.
Right. 100%. I couldn't agree more. Like, it's so important to just love who you are. No, like, and the biggest thing about loving who you are is knowing who you are.
Exactly, yeah.
You have to know what it is you want out of this life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing. As my daughter gets older, I'm gonna try my very best to teach her. It's like even right now, like in random conversations, I'll say, "Veda, what do you want to be when you get older?" And she's 2.5 right now, so I'm not getting, you know what I mean, like thought out answers, but I am getting answers because she's so incredibly intelligent. So like, I think that's huge. And just like for you, like it took you a while to just figure out who you are.
Yep.
And I think that once you figure that out, I think, like, I've witnessed it with you, you just take that next step in life to where you're ready to grow.
Yep. I'm glad you say that, because that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But my thing too, one more quick thing, and then you can talk for however long you want. But like, my thing is, I've said this 25 times, and this is only the 3rd episode. Not 25, but a few times, and this is only the 3rd episode. My biggest thing, if you don't learn anything else from me, is you have to love yourself before you can go on and love someone else.
Right.
And that's why I haven't. Everybody asks, "Oh, why don't you have a girlfriend?" Like, this girl, literally, I'm just gonna completely shift out of the depressing, you know, that side, and I'm gonna start and act like a douchebag again. But this girl literally slides up on my story on Snapchat and was like, "How don't you have a girlfriend?" And I'm like, do I give her the...
Because you just responded. Because you just swiped up. What you mean?
Do I give her the actual, like, emotional answer, or do I give her the, "Oh, I don't know"? And I just said, "Oh, I don't know," because I don't really know the girl. I don't want to, like, have that conversation with her.
Right.
But, like, it truly is that you have to find yourself, and you have to be comfortable with yourself before you can be comfortable with anybody else.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
I get
go
that
off.
100%.
Tell them.
As far as me, what I learned a little too late, I would say, is to listen. Not that I, like, throughout my life that I just felt like I knew everything, but if I would have listened to, like, I've come across some of the most incredible people in my life, and looking back on some of the advice and some of the things they told me, if I would have just listened in that moment, I would have been given the tools to be in an incredible place right now. So the thing that I'm focusing on now is just listening. Like, no matter who I think this person is, what is it that you're saying to me? What is it that you're trying to... What message are you trying to convey to me? And even if you have ulterior motives, what are you saying to me? Listening is something that a high schooler, a young college student just can't do. Like, no matter how smart you are, no matter how physically gifted, mentally gifted, none of that. You are not mature enough to listen. no matter how good of a listener you think you are. So, like, I would just say, as you continue to grow and as you become older, work on listening to what people say to you. Work on listening to how they say it, the words they use. And then just work on, like, accepting criticism. Because, like, growing up as an athlete, I was very good at accepting criticism. I could take criticism fine. But outside of sports, I didn't take advice very well. I would hear you, but I wouldn't listen to you, and I wouldn't apply it to what I'm trying to do. So everything that you said may have been aligned with every goal that I have, but I didn't pay attention to it because I was immature and I didn't listen. So I think one thing that I learned a little too late is how to listen. I think that would just be the thing for me that has changed my life in the best way, is just learning how to listen and learning how to accept advice in a new light, as far as, like, even if I am taking it with a grain of salt, any kind of truth to what you're saying, knowing how to apply it to my life. So I think learning how to listen would be the thing that I learned just a little too late.
Listening to our first, 2.5 podcasts, and then listening to that from both of us was like, we're actually, like, intelligent and know what we're talking about. It's kind of crazy.
We're not douchebags 24/7, maybe 23/6. Yeah, maybe 23/6.
No, but just to add on to what you were saying, that's probably my second thing. It's not even. It's exactly what you said. It's not even about just listening. It's about taking what you hear, processing the information, and applying it to what you do. And that's what we're taught as engineers. Like, that's literally what they try and teach us all the time, is that you have to listen to other people in order to be successful. And you can't just sit there and I've seen this so many times in my education, my school studies, and at my job, and in sports. I mean, in everything. Like, so many people are so narrow-minded, and you can't even have a genuine conversation of either A, why they were wrong about what they did, or B, why it needs to be changed.
Yeah, or what they could have done better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's no room to grow in that situation. And, like, I really have a big respect for people who can say, hey man, I fucked up.
Right.
This is what I did. I fucked up. And that's what I try and do. Like, at work last week, I fucked up. I did something. I can't remember what I did, but I didn't. So long story short, I work for an HVAC company, and I forgot this one little section of the drawing, and I was like, yeah, I fucked up. That's my fault.
Right.
And my boss was like, I'm not mad at you at all. I'm just saying, I just wanted to hear you say you fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I fucked up. That's my fault. And that's just and that goes along with exactly what you were saying, was that willingness to just say, hey, I messed up, man. That's my fault. And then listen and take that criticism and be better next time.
100%.
I like that.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we got a little deep at the end of episode 3.
Talking about Disney princesses, and then...
Yeah, how do we go from ranking Disney princesses on a attractive scale to what we learned a little too late? That's impressive.
Yeah, but...
If that's not range on a podcast, I don't know what is.
Though, yeah. That's our thing, too, is we're just here to have fun, honestly. We're just talking and hanging out. So
yeah, we're going to enjoy this.
That's really... And that's what the pod's going to be. It's not going to be this, like, narrow focused us being serious all the time. And it's also not going to be me ranking Disney princesses all the time. It's going to be a little bit mixture of both. So, and that's what I enjoy.
Yeah. And that's just who we are. So,
yep.
With that being said, that is episode 3. We truly hope that you enjoy the Mildly Dramatic podcast. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, go ahead, slide us 5 stars, slide us a review, send it to your friends, your family, your mama, your grandmama, whoever. Send us out.
share the damn podcast, bro. It's not that fucking hard, all right?
Yes.
You go on the app, you share it with your friends, your
You
group
copy
chat.
the link, you
Bro,
send the motherfucker.
Share the fucking link, bro. I'm tired of everybody not sharing the link. 5 stars, share the link. And hey, if you want to tell us that we fucking suck and that we're idiots, that's fine.
Just give us 5 stars and DM it to us.
That means you listen to the pod, and that's important to us. But
Exactly.
we honestly, though, we hope that you enjoy what we're doing here because it's a lot of fucking fun, and I enjoy it every week.
100%. All right, guys. So with that being said, that's episode 3. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.
Deuces.
All right, guys. We got some exciting stuff going on our social medias. We are available on Apple Podcast and Spotify now. So make sure you go look up the Mildly Dramatic Podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. We're on Twitter at mildly_dramatic, and we would love to hear any kind of responses you guys have. So go ahead, and the easiest way to do that would be on the Apple review, or you can hit up our email at mildlydramaticpod@gmail.com. I'm currently on Instagram now at kenartist.32. And then you got Brennan on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep. So both of my socials, my Twitter is Brennan_nation. And then my Instagram is also Brennan_nation, but all lowercase. We appreciate any feedback that you guys can give us. We just really enjoy doing this, and we hope you guys enjoy it too.